overseeing some student projects, most of which are based on the Spiral curriculum.
I'm in 5th grade and we're right here on the Spiral, and we just finished studying Mesopotamia.
As a student progresses from kindergarten through 12th grade, she goes through history in order.
I think it's a lot easier to learn because you don't keep jumping from subject to subject.
The other things that are built onto that core are health and well-being, visual arts and performing arts, math and science, language arts.
Qu'est-ce que c'est en français? C'est le livre. Oh, merci.
Things that we do, they're hands-on.
You experience it, like we put on performances like hymns and stuff.
So you get into it more than just reading about it, you get to experience it.
The way I understand integration is that whatever we study in all classes, from science to English to art.
The purpose of integration is to give students an in-depth experience of a culture.
For example, when we study Mesopotamian culture of Sumer.
We made pottery, a craft developed by Sumerians. We built our own ziggurats and presented them to the class.
This is a different kind of sanctuary.
We went to Boston, a rival civilization like Sumer. We studied astrology and astronomy. All this gave us a good background to write Inanna, a play set in that time.
Check it out.
We were studying the Sumerians, and the Sumerians they founded astronomy and constellations and zodiacs.
In Sumer, a long time ago, the priests and priestesses and the ziggurats used to have a lot of power because they could read the stars, and they figured out how to see pictures of the stars.
There are 88 distinct constellations, and some of those constellations represent your zodiac signs. The ancient people pre-visualized what the bull would look like in relationship to the way the stars were in the sky.
Whenever something happened up in the heavens, the priests and priestesses would think that something was going to happen down on Earth. And so they thought that it was kind of related, everything was really related. Kind of like a mirror.
How dare she try to conquer my domain? She has the earth and the heavens, and she wants my kingdom too? Nettie, my chief gatekeeper, open the 7 gates. Let Inanna enter. But as she enters, remove a royal garment. Let the holy priestess of the heavens enter. Bowed low.
Better.
Come, Inanna, enter into the first gate.
My rod! Why have you stolen my rod?
Quiet, Inanna. The ways of the underworld are perfect.
That was an example of peer teaching through performance.
It's a great way for other students to learn about Mesopotamia.
Another way that we share our experiences is through technology. We use technology to turn an on-site learning experience into an opportunity for peer teaching. While on site, students will build web pages so that students here at the school and in the world at large can share directly in our experiences.
We started out studying all of the ancient river civilizations during the year, and then when we went on the Boston trip, we learned about how Boston is actually a river civilization, but it's not so ancient.
Here we are at Faneuil Hall. This meeting hall was originally a market. In the meeting hall, They first protested and had the first tea meeting for the Boston Tea Party.
When the Bostonians had the Boston Tea Party, they wore disguises as Native Americans and they put feathers in their hair so they wouldn't get caught.
The towns of Lexington and Concord are important because the British Army marched into Lexington, a shot was fired, which became known as the shot heard round the world.
Oh my God!
The colonists formed a militia. Those who joined the militia were called Minutemen. In the Battle of Bunker Hill,
Their leaders told them, "Do not fire till you see the whites of their eyes."
Before traveling to Rome, we all researched a site of ancient Rome.
Once we were there, each of us presented our sites to the other students.
Every evening, we would work on a website, which consisted of photographs,
journals,
drawings,
reflections,
and poems.
We're in Herculaneum, near Naples. This town had homes for the well-to-do and little commercial activity. In AD 79, this ancient city was buried by the explosion of Mount Vesuvius.
Volcano crash, buried city. Horrified eyes, buried city. Taken by surprise, buried city.
They found the molds of the bodies underground, and then they excavated the plaster molds of the bodies, and so then they could see like what people were doing.
What was the influence of the discovery of Pompeii to the world of the 18th century?
They have very interesting houses here that are set by certain standards with usually an atrium and maximum 2 floors with 1 family in them.
Sometimes it's just you want to walk just by yourself and just explore, and then that's just part of the reason like I like taking pictures. I think they're really beautiful because people can learn from them, and I'm just really proud of them.
To look at our webpage and know that like we did that artwork and we were there and stuff is it's a good feeling. Cool. And while we learn about a certain thing, we teach other kids while we're learning.
One of the coolest things about our school is that both we and the teachers get to work with experts.
This is something new. Nobody ever had this model for history before.
We call these experts mentors.
Whether or not the internet should be a place where women feel more equal because nobody can see they're a woman.
To make them feel better, or so they can find a different part of themselves.
Or if that really is not a very satisfying solution.
Project allows students to put their best mental representations forward. And the more that we as teachers understand the different ways in which somebody can understand something, the more open we are to look at something.
The Wellness and Physical Education program here at the Ross School is for the total person. We offer a complete team sports program, a full physical education program with all the citizenship and responsibility skills that go into a sports program. We have team sports in soccer, field hockey, basketball, volleyball, track, and lacrosse. We also have 2 new people on our staff, Coach Chu and Wei Chi, who bring a whole new concept from the eastern part of the world.
I was martial arts coach bringing this new kind of sports to this school, and at the same time the school team to participate national, international competition.
Yeah! Wonderful!
We're not only in front of the camera, we're behind the camera. Next, you'll see an excerpt from Baymen. This is a video documentary which we made in our electives class.
And I get down to the boat about anywhere between 4 and 5, depending on when sunrise is. And I'm on the boat from anywhere from that time until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I take the fish from the boat, It's a big one. Put them on the truck and come up here at the end of the day so I can make the truck that goes into New York to Fulton Fish Market.
Now let's take a look at the beach project. This was done in addition to regular math and science classes. Just like the documentary elective required a lot of teamwork, this project too really took a group effort. We started here in the classroom, learning about how beaches form and how they change. Then we went to a real beach, a local beach, so we could gather data and learn more.
Obviously, there's something wrong with the way that we use our beaches, like with the erosion and everything, because like the houses are so close to the ocean. The water.
Once a week, we come to the beach and we measure the shape of the beach.
Measuring the water level every 5 meters, and we're doing that in 3 different spots.
By doing this, we're studying to see how it changes, and like we don't want all the sand to be washed away.
This is a good way to tell other people and get other people like to realize like what's happening to our beaches.
You represent the purpose, meaning, and future of humanity. You are where we're going. You are closer to the mystery of what it means to be human.